Okay, so today on stream, someone asked me a question. They asked me if I plan on being a pro in VGC, and that got me wondering, am I a pro in VGC? Like, I was thinking about the definition of professional, and I think that like by the very basic definition of like a pro, someone who gets paid to do a certain thing, yes, I am a professional Pokemon player. However, I'm not like the greatest Pokemon player on earth. I'm gonna go ahead and roll the clip where I explain that, but after that clip, explaining just my whole kind of basis on like how I run my channel and what I do as far as like being a quote professional Pokemon player. I thought we'd take a look at like my Gen 9 Wrapped. There's a website where you can just basically look at your Generation 9 results on Pokemon. It's called vgcwrap.com. But yeah, basically we're just gonna go through my Gen 9 because frankly, I think that like as a quote professional player, I have pretty middling results, but a couple of high highs and a couple of low lows. So we'll just take a look at this because I think it's fun. Are you planning to be a pro in VGC? By sheer definition, I already am. This is my job. I've competed at the World Championships in 2024. I kind of took an off season the past 2 seasons because I was waiting for Champions to come out, and then Champions came out way later than I thought it would. Oh wait, we have like way more dailies to do. Let's finish my dailies. Champions came out way later than I thought it would, so I ended up taking 2 off seasons in a row. Because 2024, I did a season, I qualified, I competed at Worlds, right? 2025, I said I'm going to focus on content. I did, it went well. 2026, I said, okay, this year I'm going to do Worlds, but only if it's in Champions, and I'm only really going to care once Champions is out. But Champions came out in like April, I think. So I ended up waiting way too long, and I didn't end up going for my Worlds qualification in the end. But that's just how it turned out. Yo, King Club. Thank you for gifting. Oh, you're trying to fill up those tournaments. Thank you for gifting all those memberships. But yeah. We're basically, by sheer definition, yes, I'm a pro at VGC because it's my job and I make videos about it. But like, I'm not like the greatest player on earth, obviously. I'm like a very mid-tier player. I can qualify for Worlds if I have a good season. Actually, I think if I just try, I qualify for Worlds. I think like genuinely, if I put my mind to it, it's not that hard for me to make it to Worlds. But like, I don't know. I haven't in 2 years. I haven't made a run. Yeah, like this year, I'm definitely making my Worlds run. Obviously, like Champions is out, and I care about this game, and I've been doing pretty okay at it. But because most of what I do is centered around making content, right? Like I talk about the game. I don't necessarily like focus my brand on being the greatest Pokemon player on earth. I focus my brand on getting people to play the game. Like my job is to get people interested in the game and make videos about it, and hopefully like expand the game a little bit more. Like, am I doing as good of a job at that as like Wolfie or like Aaron? No, but I'm doing my part. Like Wolfie and Aaron are bringing in way more people to the game than I am. But when my videos do well, when someone like discovers competitive Pokemon through my videos, like that's helping out. And that's like always been what I really wanted to do, was just make it so VGC was a bigger community, because I like VGC. I like competing in this game. That's what I mostly care about. As far as competing though, I'm not like the most competitive person. I do get competitive sometimes, and I do like try my best at certain things, but frankly speaking, I've never been like a super, I gotta win at this guy. I've always been like, I like to hang out, you know, I like talking to people, you know? But yeah, that's basically what I do. Like my job is, am I a pro in the strictest definition? Yes, I professionally play Pokemon. Am I a pro level player? I'm like 2 steps below a pro level player. I am a high end of average, low end of great, you know? Lower end of great player, higher end of average. Like somewhere in that space where I can definitely teach people the game. I can definitely give like pretty good advice and have pretty reasonable takes on the meta. And I think I'm a good source of information, broadly speaking. But people should always take me with a grain of salt, because I'm not Joe Ugarte, I'm not Wolf, I'm not Aaron, I'm Marcos. I'm the guy who like will help you build like a silly team if you really want to, but I'll also tell you like genuinely decent info about the metagame if you're looking for, you know, good team building ideas. But yeah. All right, let's finish up our dailies. Let's finish up our dailies. I'll do it in singles just because I don't see if I can make any progress here. That's actually like, I'm probably going to turn that into a video. I'm probably going to turn that segment into a video. I didn't record it natively because I'm not recording right now. I should probably record. But, oh, OBS is freezing. Come on. There we go. Whoa. Yeah, I should probably start recording because that would have been a good video. I'm gonna have to record it from my thing, but I'm gonna have to like screen record it from YouTube. All right, now that you guys have seen that clip, let's go ahead and just take a look at this. So I secured an invite to the World Championship. I battled among the best. My top placements were Knoxville Regionals 2024 at 18th, North American International Championships at 54th, and Portland Regionals 2024 at 62nd. Tournament trail, you can kind of see like the different teams I used over the years. This is okay, so yeah, this is in like chronological order. You can see that my first regional Gen 9 did not go well. However, I became one of the most consistent 6-3ers on earth. Orlando Regionals, I went 2-3 drop. I brought a Slitherwing team. We're not going to talk about that. Charlotte Regional, I went 6-3, just barely missed out on day 2. I remember this tournament. I totally threw. Fort Wayne Regional, that's also the first time I was on stream. You can watch my stream match there. Fort Wayne Regional, once again 6-3. I brought a hard Wo-Chen stall team that was fun. Portland Regional, still running that Wo-Chen stall 5-4. Hartford Regional 6-3. Wo-Chen stall. This is the funniest time to be me. I ran Wo-Chen at basically every major event. Like, this was a running bit. And it low-key affected my play negatively because I started to forget what it was like to take damage. Pittsburgh Regional 5-4, not another good finish. Peoria Regional finished 6-3. San Antonio Regional finished 5-4. 6-3, 5-4. Very mediocre. Like, I'm very much like, I'm better than most people, clearly, but like very middle of the pack that year. Knoxville Regional, finally my first day 2, 10-4. I ran a really cool team. Me and Will Tank made it together. This is a really fun schedule. I had a really good time at this regional. I was very happy with how I ended up finishing because I got 18th. I was just outside of top 16, just outside of making like $1,000. That was cool. EUIC. This is one of my most, this is the runs, how do I explain it? This is the run that, like, despite not getting day 2, I was very proud of this run. I was extremely proud of this run. I brought a Skeledirge to EUIC and to Orlando, and I went 6-3 at EUIC, finishing at 199th out of like 1,000 players. Keep in mind, most of these tournaments are like 1,000 players. When you look at my placement, so like a 200 placement out of over 1,000 players is very good. Orlando Regionals 279, 5-4. Skeledirge. Running back the Wo-Chen. This is actually where I secured my first Worlds invite ever, and also my last Worlds invite because I didn't make a Worlds run the next 2 years. I was just kind of hanging out. But Indianapolis Regionals 2024 went 6-3, finished at 85th with Wo-Chen. Very happy, able to put the bookmark on that, like stamped it. And because I qualified for Worlds at Indianapolis Regionals, I remember that like at NAIC, I decided to run Wo-Chen again just for giggles because I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't care how I do it at North American International Championships. Like, it doesn't, like, no matter how I do, I qualify for Worlds this year. I'm fine, right? So I brought Wo-Chen again. I finished at, I finished at 54th. I got 54th out of over 1,000 players at North American Internets with Wo-Chen Kyogre. It was really fun. It was a cool Wo-Chen Pollen Puff team into like a slow Kyogre, fast Wo-Chen, slow Kyogre. And then here it is, the World Championship, 2-6. 2-6. That is not considered a very good record at the World Championship. Yeah, I genuinely didn't lock in for this World Championship. I brought an almost identical team to the North American International Championships. However, I swapped out Farigiraf for Raging Bolt for a really stupid reason, and that's because I felt like Raging Bolt could win, but Farigiraf couldn't. Little did I know, Frigger won the whole event. Do not team build like that. I also, low-key, was not locked in for this event because the Elden Ring DLC came out around that time, and ooh, I love Elden Ring. Baltimore Regionals came back 5-3. Louisville Regionals, I got another day 2, 7-4. This is a really fun team. One of my favorite teams I've ever built. It was I believe, a Choice Banded Garchomp with a Terraflying Choice Specs Weezing. It was double banned, and that was like really fun. Or double choice, that was really fun. Sacramento went 5-3. Toronto went 4-4. By the way, after Louisville Regional, I had already decided I wasn't going to make a Worlds run that year because I wanted to go to Worlds as a content creator. So there was, because I went to Worlds as a competitor, and the next year I wanted to go as a content creator. So there's no point in me giving like a really, you know, orchestrated effort to make a World Championship run, because I'm just going to go as a content creator regardless, because I want the experience. Not a lot of people get to go as a content creator. You know, technically less people go as a content creator than a competitor, so it's almost more exclusive, which is kind of funny. So I wanted to do that the next year, so I wasn't making a Worlds run. Sacramento go 5-3. Toronto, I'm definitely phoning it in at this point, 4-4. San Antonio Regionals 5-3. Milwaukee Regionals 4-4. North American Internats 3-5. You know, I did not care about the season because that is a Haunch Crow. I brought a Haunch Crow to North American Internats. Yeah, I was playing for fun. I mostly just wanted to bring Haunch Crow to see if I could get a win with Haunch Crow, and I did. I unfortunately actually ended a buddy of mine's world run with Haunch Crow, not realizing that that was a world run ending match. So oops, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Milwaukee Regionals 2026 5-3. Las Vegas Regionals 5-3. Vegas, this is once again in 2026. I was not making a Worlds run, and the reason for that is, like I said in the earlier part of the video, I was just trying to see if I could stall until Pokemon Champions came out, and then if Champions came out early enough, I would make my Worlds run. However, I didn't really care. I still went to events, but I didn't really care. I didn't go to a lot of events this year. Because I was waiting for Champions to drop. So Las Vegas Regionals went 5-3. I did a poll as to see which Pokemon I would build the team around. It was the night before the event. Gastrodon won like the roulette wheel because we were in Las Vegas. So I spun the wheel, got Gastrodon. Pretty decent finish, 5-3. Almost day 2'd with the team I built the night before. Toronto Regionals, I went 3-3, dropped, didn't feel like finishing that up. I was actually sick that weekend too, which is really funny. But like that was also the first regional I went to with my girlfriend, who I'm seeing right now, so that was really fun. We left and went to the aquarium in Toronto, and then Europe International Championship 2026 4-4. So you can see that like in a season where I really tried, I started off pretty mediocre and then started to pop off at the end because it was starting to click with me like how to play this game at a higher level. In a season where I didn't really try, I still had like a day 2 here and there and did pretty good. In the season where I literally didn't try at all, I like just kind of like finished with very middling records, if not negative records. So yeah, keep in mind, I'm a professional Pokemon player. I have bad runs because I don't really make a very orchestrated attempt at this game sometimes, but I mostly just like hanging out and enjoy the community. I've had 248 total matches in official tournaments, at least official large tournaments, like, you know, regionals. I have won 58.9% of them. That is the top 12% of trainers globally. My best format was Reg C, which makes sense. That's the format I like the most, tied with Regulation E. And my worst format, Regulation I, which that's when I wasn't really caring about the game. So that makes sense. Favorite Pokemon, Fluttermane I used 10 times. Wo-Chen I used more times than Incineroar, which is really funny. That's cool. I used Rain a lot. Great Tusk has my highest win rate at 66.7. And yeah. Darsh Patel, shout out Dark type Darsh. It's my fiercest rival who I could not beat. Shout out to Australia. We're 2 for 2 against you. Good luck beating me. If any Australians want to challenge me, you'd be the first Australian to beat me in official tournaments. My strongest matchup is against Armarouge. Like I said, I don't lose to Trick Room. Trick Room is easy to beat. Don't lose to Trick Room in tournament. My weakest matchup is Sandy Shocks. I lose to Magnets. Magnets are my weakness. And yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to share that. I thought that'd be a fun thing to go through. Just my wrap to talk about my tournament history. Just chat with you guys about that. Let me know what other videos you guys want to see from me. I figured if there's like a tournament clip, or not a tournament clip, if there's like a live stream clip that's like worth just turning into a little quick chat video. I figured I would just do that from now on. But yeah, comment down below what you guys want to hear me talk about, whether it be metagame stuff or just, you know, anything with Pokemon, really. I don't know. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.